already in the campaign. Drop of the puck, pitter-patter, let's get at her. And off the draw, the puck caroms right towards Kekkonen. He'll make the save. He'll hang on. Yeah, so Kekkonen back in goal tonight. That's great news. Off the swing face-off. One here by the Cougars. Shot from Dehaniuk, blocked. Retrieved here in the right corner by Zemer. Zemer wearing sweater number 13. He'll send the puck to the blue line for Funk. Funk lost it. One here on left wing by Babcock. He can't clear. Dehaniuk kept it in right point. And he'll send back behind the Kelowna Rocket goal. Here's D'Souza at the right side. Pass to center out of the reach of Crystal all the way down. And in the trapezoid, Young will play the puck. He'll move it against the near side board. Collected by Funk. Funk will send out to center. And picked up by Middlestad. He'll gain the red line. And he'll dump it in. This first period brought to you by Adla Mechanical. Check out adlamechanical.com. Here's Funk at his own line. Back to Dehaniuk, just inside his own blue. He'll pass it on left wing Thornton. Left side center. Lean feed Funk. He'll deflect it in. Kick it into the trapezoid. He'll play it up the near side wall. And here's Marek Rocek. He can't clear. Kept in blue line by Domanski. He'll propel it back from the Rocket goal. Out the left side. Good job to lift it to center ice. Is Middlestad. It may have hit somebody on the Rocket bench. And to the play has been blown dead. 1 minute, 1 second gone here. Period number 1. And again, no score. 9 games for Prince George. Last year after 9, they found the back of the net 30 times. Puck to center ice, and here's DeZane. He'll move in on left wing. Lost it. Good job of the backtrack road check to knock it aside to the corner. And DeZane hops out it again. The blue line for Domanski. He'll cock and fire. Stick save made by kicking in. Puck in the right corner. And here's Parasak with it there. Parasak will document how good of a start that rookie has had. He's led the lap 12 times this season. Here's a shot off the near wall. Height hit the side of the net. And retrieved by Height in the corner. Centering feed in front for DeZane. Couldn't get a shot away. Won by Rocek. He'll move it up the glass. He can't clear. Kept in blue line. And now won by the Rockets. And Goyce gets it to center. Domanski there. Pass on right wing. And here they come back in. Parasak, he'll fire. And a blocker save made by Kekkonen. Carrying the mail with the injury to Kekkonen. Again, a face-off coming up to the glove-hand side of the Rocket 19-year-old goalie. Won by Kelowna. Out the right side is D'Souza. And he'll send it all the way down. McNutt can't handle. He'll race left corner along with Trey Johnson. Goes back for the goal. And here's Logan Peskett. Peskett injected in the Rocket lineup tonight. He plays technically on the Rockets' third line here with Dylan Whiteman and Trey Johnson. Puck to center ice. And here's Abagosh on left wing. He'll gain the red line. Dumps it in. He goes to the corner. Here's Trey Johnson. Johnson for Logan Peskett. He tried to chop it to the blue line for D'Souza. Knocked away. And moved here by Lang to center. Lang has it. Left side. Cross-ice delivery. McNutt. And he'll rip it off the glass and in. Collected near side by Lang. Lang will get it out of Foster. He's hit off it by Whiteman. Retrieved behind the net by Abagosh. And Abagosh gets it to center. We call him Izzy. He'll move it on left wing. Gets the puck to Trey Johnson. And he'll work it in. It goes back on the goal. Again, 3 minutes gone here in the first. And no score. And it remains back behind the Cougar goal. And here's Buchkowski at the right side. Pass to center Bauer. Bauer lost it. Retrieved in the center ice area by Stutz. Hooked on the plane. A penalty coming up here. Back official will bite. And that is actually a penalty. It's back in the WHL. Running at an efficiency rate of 37.5. Rockets have led the lap 9 times with a man advantage on 24 chances. Prince George's PK is rated number 6 in the league. Prince George has scored 6 short-handed goals and that leads the WHL in that category. Be wary. Face off to the right of Young. Rockets center Graham in the middle. Right side will be TJ Ginla, and on left wing, Andrew Crystal. The blue, it's Stutz and Caden Price. We see Price touching the puck for the first time this season for Stutz. Will score! Gabby! It's Gabriel Stutz! Shoots and scores! And the Kelowna Rockets have taken a 1-0 lead. 5 seconds in the power play. And for Stutz, his first of the campaign, and it may have been the first time this season he touches the puck. There's some magic on that blade as he was fed on a one-timer at the right face-off circle, and he beat Young between the legs, between the wickets, and the Rockets have the opening goal 2 minutes and 57 seconds into the first. Gabby has got a massive smile on his face for good reason. Welcome back to Kelowna. And welcome back to your final season in the WHL as the 20-year-old makes an immediate impact.
By number 22, Gabriel Stutz. Assisted by number 4, Caden Price. And by number 28, Andrew Crystal. Time the power play goal, 2:57.
Boy, I'll tell you, doesn't that sound nice? It really does. When you take a look to Stutz getting the goal, Crystal and Price the helpers. Those are three elite players lighting the lamp for Kelowna on only their, first shot on net in the hockey game. There we go. Puck sent back towards the Rocket line. And now one here by Goysick. And off the left wall, he'll poke it to center for an awaiting TJ Kinla. He can't get there. No, Becker, he'll move the other way. Moves it in for Zemer. Back to Becker, back to Zemer. Zemer in the corner, back to Becker, left face up. Dot can't get a shot away. And Becker propels it back from the goal for DeZane. DeZane wrister through traffic to the goal mouth, but knocked away. Rockets contain it. Peskin lost it. Becker got it. Sends out in front. Cicek there. And Cicek looks back behind his own goal. You look at Michael Cicek coming to the game here today. 10 points on the year. Only 2 points shy of his credit with Fries. And let's just say right now it's rearing its ugly head. Face off to the right of Kekkonen. I know, too much information. Puck goes back behind the goal, down the right corner, height to the blue line. Here's Kometsa's shot. Stick saved by Kekkonen. He dialed in, and Pesky gets it on right wing. He'll send out to center. A lane feed for a Ginla out of his reach, and here's Kometsa deep in the corner. He'll move it on left wing for DeZane, and DeZane has it out in his own zone. Middle part of the ice surface, and now he'll scurry to center. He'll bring on left wing. Has it out the left face up, Dot. Peels away from a check. Then trying to send it down low, but intercepted by Whiteman on a weak backhand. And Whiteman will take it out to center. He'll charge for the middle. He'll skate in. Trailer. Johnson. Trey will fire. Right pass saved by Young. And one here right wing, set by Riley Height back out of the neutral zone. Riley Height off to a nice start as well. 12 points in the campaign. He has 5 goals this year. As Riley Height, 4 of them have come on the power play. He's more of a setup man, if you will, a 97-point man from a year ago. Puck down low. Here's Peskin inside the Cougars zone. Albert Cowper. He'll drag it back on the goal. And here's an awaiting Riley Height to move that puck for Demansky. Demansky will chip it off the wall, get it all the way down the ice. Race for now back into the Rocket zone. Cowper there. Tries to shield away at Chakabawa. And goes back behind the net. Here's Middlestead at the right side of his own goal. He got it to center, then lifted by Lang. Back inside Rocket territory. Hunter Lang again is a rookie here in the WHL. That's Quentin Lang's kid. Quentin Lang, an assistant coach in the Rockets. And he's actually on the bench tonight as Quentin watching his son Hunter play in front of him. Puck goes back behind the Cougar goal. Bachkowski on the right side. Trying to move the puck forward to Lang. He can't clear. Rockets get it down low. Crystal lost it. One back behind the goal. And Bachkowski on the left side. Gets it out of Foster. He tried to clear Cat. Price kept it in. Nice play. He'll shovel the puck here to Graham. Right corner. Waiting is Kelowna Rocket leading point getter from a year ago, Andrew Crystal. Blown on Price. He'll walk the line. Feeds off here to Crystal. Close range. Cross-ice delivery for Johnny B. He'll fire! Save. Graham chest. In front. Another shot! Midsection save. Young. Once, twice, maybe thrice. The Rockets had really 3 good opportunities in tight. If I'm not mistaken, Wednesday night. Rockets have not played since Monday afternoon after losing 9-7 to Victoria. Here's Becker on left wing, enters the zone. Cross-ice feed for Funk, knocked away by Cicek. And he'll get it now to TJ Ginla. Ginla coming into action tonight, playing very, very well. He's lit the lamp a total of 7 times this year in only 6 games. He had 6 goals all of last year and 48 with Seattle. Here's a backhand in tight. That from a Ginla worked wide. Race for it against the near board and collected by Cicek. He'll rotate on the blue line, last man back. And he'll send down low to the corner. And there's Goysick behind the goal now for TJ Ginla. Ginla tries to throw body here in the corner. Won it away from Thornton. He went towards the blue line with the puck, but nobody home. Out of the range of D'Souza. And it comes all the way down the ice. Kicking in to play at center. Right wing, Cicek. He tried to knock it deep. Inside Cougar country. Thornton retrieves. Now for Demansky. Late feed. Here's DeZane with a chance in tight. Couldn't get a shot away. Has another right face-up dot. He'll go blue line for Demansky. He'll fire. Rising drive with the top wide. Max Graham has a deep right corner. And he'll get it now to Ishmael Abagash. Pass on left wing, Cicek. Cross his feet, look out. Ruchek gets it. Right side center, Graham. Back here to Cicek. Cicek just inside his own blue line. Back to Abagash. Abagash to his deep part of Ruchek. Now center, lead feed Graham. Picked up here by Parasak. He'll try to move the other way. 17-year-old moves in for DeZane. He'll send towards the goal. Shot went wide. Came in front. Height tried to knock it there, but intercepted by Crystal. And he's away in center. Andrew Crystal will chip and he'll chase. Race for it inboard. One here by Demansky. Moves in out of Height on right wing. Height gets it quickly here to Parasak and cross his feet for DeZane. He'll take it out left side center. Into the Rocket zone, but Parasak too quick right wing. And again, if you're just joining us, 7.5 gone in period number 1. Rockets have a 1-0 lead on the Gabriel Stutz goal. And off the draw, it's in skates. It's right in front of the timekeeper's bench. Now came loose on right wing for Will Monroe. And Monroe will try to hurry in right corner. He'll take back by the goal. Looks out in front. He'll go back towards the blue line. Here's Cowper. Now for Price and a one-timer, but he shattered his stick in two. And McLennan moves the other way. He'll bring on left wing. He'll try to send out in front. Nobody home. Gathered up here by Bauer. He'll send towards the goal, but again, Price without a stick. He'll try to kick it with his right skate blade to get it to Monroe. Knocked away, and here's Bauer steal. Bauer takes back on the goal, shielded away by Price. Remains in the corner, and came loose to the blue line. McNutt back for Bauer. Pushed out by Price. Retrieved by McLennan. McLennan backhand wide of the net. Monroe will try to get there, can't. And Buchkowski kept it in. Price will go for a line change. It's an ill-advised line change, but again, he didn't have a stick on the play. Now the Rockets finally gain control, and they move it out to center. Whiteman on right wing enters in. He'll get it out of Middlestad. Middlestad with it there. He'll golf it back behind the Prince George Cougar goal. On the right side, McNutt, and he'll send out to center. Won by the Rockets at Bagash. Gets that puck on right wing, and here comes Middlestad in. Looks for a trailer, trying to feed high slot for Ginla. He can't catch up to it. Race for in the corner, and Foster gets it. He'll bring it now right side center. Lead feed out of the reach of his man, and collected here by Logan Peskin in his own zone. He'll poke it back from his own goal. Rockets regroup there. For Abagash out the left side. Good play off the window and all the way down. Won't go for icing, I don't think. Trey Johnson on the forecheck. Bangs bodies on the play with the Haniak. This now to the left of the goalie. Blue line shot. Long range drive of Agash. And a go back grab by Young. He's going to hang on. And on March the 13th. Hey, isn't this Friday the 13th today? Yeah, it is. Scary. Puck to center ice and picked up on right wing here by Babcock. He'll move it now to Rocket defenseman Jackson D'Souza. D'Souza goes back here to Babcock, and he'll move back in his zone and back for D'Souza, and he's away at center. D'Souza now to the middle part of the ice surface. He skates across the logo, gets it down to Cicek on right wing. He had his pocket picked, though, by Thornton. And a pass on left wing. Zemer, he's away. Back in for Funk. Funk will cock and fire. And a save made by Kekkonen. He'll hang on. Calgary Hitman back in the 2021-2022 campaign. The Cougars still have an opportunity to pick up another 20-year-old. They're playing actually one shy. They only have two 20-year-olds on their roster. I know Tri-City still has four, so it'll be interesting to see if the Cougars attempt to get one of the 20-year-olds from Bob Torrey, the general manager of the Tri-City Americans. Again, the Americans one over the limit right now. Puck to center ice, and there's Gabriel Stutz away. He'll skate in on right wing. He'll try to work to the middle. He'll feed over to Crystal. Nice play. Middlestad, right face up, done in front. And hit a leg, went wide, but a real nice passing play there as the Rockets defenseman got involved on that play. He's moving on right wing to Zane, but I think it is Parasak trapped inside the line, blown dead. It looks like the Rockets may get an extra 2-minute penalty here, and so it looks like Max Graham got a penalty on the play, so Prince George will go to the power play for the first time. So the penalty kill brought to you by the DKA, the Downtown Kelowna Association. Prince George owns the best power play unit in the league, coming into the game here tonight at 40.9%. 18 goals on the man advantage this year. No team has scored more goals on the power play than Prince George. Puck to center ice, and here's Height on left wing. Enters the zone. Rockets a 1-0 lead. 9:33 remaining in period number one. The Rockets good job to send it to center. Trey Johnson. Let's set up your Kelowna Rocket penalty killing unit. It is Whiteman out here with Trey Johnson, Jackson D'Souza, and also Johnny Babcock. And here's Height at his own line. Has it on left wing. And now he'll move it to Funk, and he'll penetrate. He'll skate in on left wing. Has it down low left corner. Centering feed. Zemer shot. Deflected. Above D'Souza. Wentworth's kicking, and he'll make the save. And then D'Souza gets the puck, and he'll send it all the way down the ice. Netminder Young will leave it back on the goal, and there's Thornton behind his own net. And a move up the right side. And no long bump pass to center for waiting Funk. Right at the Rocket Blue. Feeds off here to Kometz. Kometz gets the puck down low, goes back behind the goal. And then moved by the Rockets, not cleared though. Thornton kept it in. He'll feed off far side wall. Waiting and holding here. Zemer. He'll get it out of Height. Sharp angle shot. Panel saved by Kekkonen. Right dot. Zemer shot! And a save by Kekkonen. Again, a slight delay here with 8:38 remaining. Now I think we got things back to normality. Off the draw, Lang tries to win it. His hand skates. Came loose by Becker. And he'll move it out to Kometz at the right point. Kometz looks in. He'll feed here to Dehaniuk. And now for Becker. Becker, he'll drive it down low end board. Here's a chance over to Zane to get to it. He lost it behind the net. And it pokes back towards the blue line. And here's Dehaniuk with it there. He'll fade out to Becker. Close range here for Lang. Lang getting some power play time here. So general manager, head coach Mark Lamb awarding the Kelowna kid with a little PP. Here's Rocek steal. He has it in his own zone, and he'll drill it all the way down the ice. And Young, the goalie, will leave it back behind his own net. Here's Dehaniuk on the right side of his own goal. And he'll move it out to center. Lead feed through the middle. Knocked away. And as Babcock will hurry back in his own end. Shielded here, but it does a great job to get away from a check. Becker and gets it back out to center. One on right wing. Here come the Cougars back in, but Bow tried to pin it. And we'll keep you up to date on all the scores over the course of the broadcast. I know the Kamloops Blazers are in action tonight. They're down in Portland to take on the Winterhawks, the top-rated team in the entire Canadian Hockey League. Other games revolving around BC divisional teams. Victoria also in action as they take on Everett. Sharp angle shot by Parasak. A nice save by Kikkonen and comes back towards the left point. Here's the Haniak a shot. Blocked in front. And one by Stutz. He can't clear. And Funk took a shot. Stole it away. Sent it towards the net. Kikkonen made a real nice save. Now we play 5-on-5 hockey. Thornton blue line for the Haniak on a one-timer. Whiffed on the attempt. Race for in the corner. Won by the Rockets to Souza. He'll get it out of Crystal. Lead feed Stutz. And a move to center. He'll gain the red line. Dumps it in right corner. Will Monroe will hurry. He'll take back on the net. Middle will play by Riley Height. Nice contact there. Here's Thornton out the left side of his own goal. And a moving out of center ice. Right wing Zemer. Zemer hit out by Middlestad. It's right at the Rocket blue line. And Zemer, he'll actually punch it back from the Rocket goal. Price out the right side. Now lead feed center for Monroe. He can't catch up to it. Thornton has it out his own blue for Demansky. Pass on right wing Foster. And he'll deflect it back in. Right corner, Caden Price. Price with it there inboard. He's a Saskatoon kid. He'll shovel the puck here to Johnson. Back for Price. He'll lay it back on his own goal for Middlestad out the left side. And a long bomb pass to center. Lead feed for Johnson. Went on his shin pad. And then corralled there for the Cougars and dumped deep inside Rocket territory. Middlestad corner for Logan Peskett. Peskett hit off it by Foster. Foster tries to win a board battle with Logan Peskett. In there to help out is Dylan Whiteman as well. And came loose. And now one here by Middlestad. He'll shovel the puck to Whiteman, but poked away by Foster. Sticks get high. Came to the blue line, Demansky. Right point, waiting, holding, wrist shot. Commence the drive! And kicking and save. He'll hang on. Flare up at the side. Sticks get high. BC Divisional road trip tomorrow. Pace out moving to the right of Young. Rockets score the man advantage here. We may take a listen to the penalties. But again, Kelowna goes for their second chance of the game. They're already 1-for-1 with the extra man.
Aiden Foster, 2 minutes for slashing. Kelowna penalty to number 14, Logan Peskett, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 13:42. Prince George's Kometz and Foster. And Kelowna's Peskett at 13:42.
Okay, yeah, I believe it. I believe it, brother. Okay, here's kicking it back in his own zone. He'll work it on right wing, gets it out of center. And then Becker trying to work it deep inside the attacking zone, but he whiffed on the attempt. And there's Gabriel Stutz, right side center. He opened up the scoring here tonight. He'll move in on right wing, where sweater number 22 has it on the forehand to the blue line here for Price. He'll walk the line. He'll look in, left face up, down. He'll fire. A score! That looks nice. And the Kelowna Rockets a power play goal. And a 2-0 lead. Caden Price making his 2023-2024 regular season debut. And the Kelowna Rocket Defenseman of the Year 1 season ago has made an immediate impact. That's his first of the year. He has an apple on the Gabriel Stutz power play tally. Yeah, 1 and 1 equals 2. Whoop-de-doo, and the Rockets have a 2-0 advantage. This goal coming 5:36 left to go in the opening period. And the Rockets right now 2 for 2 with the man advantage. So they are off to a tremendous start here tonight, making the Cougars pay. Caden Price arguably has the best hair on the Rockets roster. Oh yeah, it's got a good flow going on there. It looks like Caden Price on his A game.
Number 4, Caden Price. Assisted by number 22, Gabriel Stutz. Power goal, 14-24. Rockets goal scored on the power play by Price from Stutz at 14:24.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when you look at Caden Price, yeah, maybe hockey hair. And when you take a look to, just how good of a player he is, he's such a key catalyst to have back on defense. And for him to be injected back in the Rocket lineup, that is massive. Here's a lead feed at center. It was a lead feed for Zemer off the mark. It goes right towards Kikkonen. He'll hang on. Coming up to the right, Yari Kikkonen. Let's watch the goal the Rockets scored. I think it went between the legs of Young again. So, yeah, back-to-back goals for the Rockets between what we like to call the wickets. Off the draw, one by Kelowna. And back by the goal, Middlestad. Right wing lead feed, Cicek. Out of his reach and collected here by Buchkowski to his own blue line. He lost it. TJ Gillen got it. Gillen with it on right wing. He tries to get away from Height. He did. He'll poke it back inside the attacking zone. Buchkowski, D to McNutt. And he'll bring it on right wing. He'll try to enter in. McNutt with it on right wing. Has it down low right corner. Stubble and Phil. That ice is slippery. And here's Height with it now to the blue line. Long range shot. Sticks made by the goaltender, kicking enough. That entry drive from long range coming from Perezak. And here's DeZane down low right corner. And here's Riley Height. Height goes back towards the blue line. McNutt, long range shot. Went wide of the Rocket goal. And here's Rocek with it there. He'll chop it. He'll move the puck here to Cicek. And Cicek on right wing lead feed. Knocked away. Perezak kept it in blue line. He'll wait. He'll hold. He'll fire. Shot wide off the window and collected at center ice here by Goisek. Across his feet. TJ Ginlow away. Ginlow. He'll cock. He'll fire. Shot blocked. Remains in the right corner. And a stoppage of play here. What's going on? Too many. Let's go back to the man advantage here for the third time in the game. Again, Kelowna 2 for 2 with the extra man. And a draw to the right of Young. Shots on goal right now. Cougars with 10. Rockets with 6. And Kelowna will send out Whiteman in the middle. Graham on the right side. It is Andrew Crystal on left wing. Back on the blue. It's Caden Price and also Stutzy. It's Height that'll take the draw, and he'll try to win it away from Whiteman. Whiteman, though, clean face-out win. Price at the blue line. Left-hand shot, wrister wide. Goes back behind the net. And Graham Moore with Trey Van Board has it right corner. He'll feed out to Gabriel Stutz. He'll feed up here. Quickly, Stutz a wrister. Weak one on the feed from Crystal. It kind of fluttered in the air. And goes right to the assigned player by Vancouver. Puck now to center ice. Here's Price with it now. Price at his own line. Agitated of it by Becker. And they will slide on the ice surface. The puck trapped in the paraphernalia of Price. And came loose here for Gabriel Stutz. He'll leave it back on the goal. And here's Price with it now. He'll move it the right side. And now he'll move it to center ice. Wanted to actually put it back towards the blue line for an awaiting Crystal, but can't. And now Price will skate in. Halfward right side for Crystal left dot. Back for Stutz. Picked off. Nice play. And Becker takes it down to center. He'll go solo. He'll skate in. Shoots it wide. Went off the end board and collected here by TJ Ginla. Ginla has it on left wing. Has it out his own blue line. And here he comes down through center. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. He'll fade over to Crystal left face-up dot. Has it down low in the left corner. Peels away from a check. Now at the half wall. He'll fire. Save. Shot. Save. Shot. Right pad. Save Young. This one of Max Graham. Remains in the corner to Haniak there. Make that Demansky. And Demansky gets it all the way down the ice here. Rockets on a power play for 43. And 2:39 remaining in one. Rockets a 2-0 lead. And here's D'Souza out the left side. He'll look to his left, and he'll feed up here to Middlestad. Middlestad goes back here to D'Souza. Pass on right wing, Iggy. Iggy tries to send down low right corner. Picked out, then Galen got it back. He'll feed down to Cicek. He should shoot. He will. Backhand! And Young the save. Kept in blue line D'Souza. A land point for Middlestad. He'll feed down low left corner for Cicek. Blue line Middlestad. He can't handle. And the puck comes back out of the neutral zone here. 2:10 remaining in the first. Rockets up 2-0. Cicek in his own end. He'll just rip it to the right corner. Here for D'Souza. And he'll accept it. He'll take back by his own net. Power play about to come to an end. D'Souza through the middle. He'll move in on left wing. Gets the puck here to Trey Johnson. Johnson takes back behind the net. He'll try to send off here. Close range to Cicek. Intercepted by Demansky. He'll move it the right side for Becker. And Becker in the backhand will get it back out of the neutral zone. Now we're playing 5-on-5 hockey here. And here's D'Souza. He'll take back behind his own net. Rockets have Trey Johnson. Dylan Whiteman. And Logan Paskett out here now. And here's Rocek with it on right wing. Looks down to center. Leaf feed on right wing for Paskett. And he'll send down the right corner. Cicek is there. Cicek lost it. Won by the Rockets. Picked up by Paskett. Blue line. Rocek. Left point. Here's a shot from John Babcock. Deflected in front by Whiteman. Wide. Commence gets it. Left wing. Lean feed right side. Center backer. Can't get away from Babcock. Retrieved by Trey Johnson. He'll gain the red and he'll rip it back in. 1:10 remaining here. Now flare up right in front of the Cougar bench. Babcock in there, as is, I think, Trey Johnson. The Cougar, I can't make it out on exactly who was stirring the pot there right in front. The right of Young. Okay, offsetting roughing minors, likely.
Babcock each received 2 minutes for roughing. Last minute of play in the first period.
Okay, there we go. So that's the official announcement on the penalties. And here's Zemer. He'll move on left wing. Sends it out to Riley Height. Goes back towards the left point. Thornton. Thornton looks in. Won't shoot. He'll backpedal momentarily. Now he'll fire. Blocked by Stutz. And it came back on his center. Stutz gets it back on his blade. Then lost it here to a backtracking Height. And moving on right wing. Entering the zone is Zemer. Right down wrist shot wide. One off the end board. And collected by Kelowna. And there's Gabriel Stutz, the team captain. Takes his time. Crosses delivery for Price. He'll settle it down here. Again, we're playing 4-on-4. 29 seconds left here in the first. Rockets a 2-0 lead. Here's Whiteman at center. Whiteman hit off it. One hit by Parasak, and he'll skate in. Out of the middle. He'll wait, hold in front. Height shot! Saved by kicking in there. Nice passing play. Parasak to Height, but kicks. Shut the door. Here comes Johnson back in. Maybe a buzzer beater with 10 seconds remaining. Has it down low right corner. Inside the attacking zone. Blow line for Rochek. He'll fire! And Young, the glove hand save. He'll hang on. 5 seconds remaining in the frame. The game's up in Prince George and has 5 career goals against Kelowna. Offense swing face-off left of Young. Time will expire. Race for the puck in the right corner. And no damage done. Good period by the Rockets. 2 power play goals. One coming off the blade of Gabriel Stutz. The other from long distance. Caden Price, his first game back. The Rockets are shooting the Cougars 12-11 in the opening period. Welcome back inside Prospero Place. The second period just underway. We're playing 4-4, and we will for 20 seconds, and then the minors will expire to Babcock and Becker. Puck left side center. Riley Hyde to laner in. Has it the blue line down to the middle. Feeds up here left on Parasak for a shot! And a save kicking it right to left. Left pad save, and kicks his best save of the game right there. Here's Middlestad. He'll move it on right wing. He'll try to clear to center. Can't. Kept in blue line. Now we're playing 5-on-5. In front. Parasak! Shot! And kick it in left hand save. Oh, Parasak got behind the coverage. Ruchek couldn't find him and then finally located him once Parasak had the puck. In tight on Kekkonen. Trying to stick handle away from the goalie to try to slide it in. And Kekkonen made a nice stop there. 1 minute gone here in the second. And the Kelowna Rockets with a 2-0 lead. But Jari Kekkonen coming up large. What a save he made, where he came again from his right to his left to kick that left pad out to make a tremendous stop. I'll tell you, man, doesn't hurt when you got a 19-year-old goaltender. And because Jari Kekkonen was a backup last year to Talon Boyko, there's not a lot of fans across the WHL that'll know much about Jari Kekkonen. Of course, we see him a lot here in Kelowna, and I think he can take his game to the elite level. I really do believe that he's better than maybe even he thinks he is. Here's Goysick on right wing. Moves it out to Aginla. He'll try to skate in, lost the puck. And picked up here by Cicek at the right point. He'll try to center the right corner, knocked away. And Thornton got it. A little cross ice here over to Haniak. Knocked away by Aginla. He'll feed to Goysick. To the corner now for Cicek. Cicek, left corner. Cicek gets away from one check. He'll move it back with the goal for Goysick. Goysick right point. Now for Johnny B. He'll walk, he'll cock, he'll fire. And a save made here by Young. And Becker takes back on the goal and lost it here to Cicek. Cicek playing well right now. Has it against the left wall. Peels away from a check over to Haniak. Has it in the corner. Rubbed up and by to Haniak. And now Goysick is in there to help out. He'll get it to Aginla. Aginla corner. Quick shot. Sharp angle attempt. No shot, a bad shot. Aginla with a low percentage drive. But again, that puck comes off his stick with such velocity. I like the fact that Aginla is trigger happy. He leads the Rockets in shots on goal. Does Aginla coming into the game here tonight. Hey, look at Iggy and his body of work. He's got 5 goals in his last 2 games. He had no goals up in Prince George, though, back on the 3rd and 4th of October. But again, he's had a great campaign. 7 goals already this season. He had a Hattie. Face-off coming up to the right, and Young. I'll tell you, I think the 3rd goal is a big one here for Kelowna tonight. For Prince George, if they want to fight back in the hockey game, if they can make it a 2-1 game, you just don't know where it's going to go. I think the Rockets can get that 3rd one in Prince George, maybe feeling the ill effects, and the Rockets can just kind of mount more of an attack. Right now, they're still in a bit of uncharted territory, and it's a little unstable. Let's put it to you that way. Here's Lang right side center, gains the line, dumps it in right corner. Cowper will hurry behind his own net, try to shovel the puck here to Ruchek. Ruchek lost it on the forecheck here deep in the right corner. Good job here by Prince George. McNutt tried to keep it in at the right point. Lost it. Lang got it. Now to the middle. Has it the left face-off circle. He'll fire through traffic and kick it and made the blocker save. It was a high-rising shot. Here he goes to the left point. Kept in, or is it? I thought the puck came outside the line. Prince George right here at Prospero Place. They had a heck of a time. The Rockets only beat the Cougars once in 4 games here at Prospero Place. It was an 8-6 victory back on November the 9th. The Rockets losing by scores of 3-0, 9-2, And 6-2 right here at Prospera. Michael Jackson in the background tonight. Let's just say the music individual here is on his A game. Who doesn't like a little bit of Michael Jackson in the background? And the puck picked up here by the Rockets. There's Avagosh on left wing. Moving out of center ice. Pass right side here for Crystal. And over at the deep inside the attacking zone. Here's Max Graham on the forecheck. He bangs bodies in the play with Kometz. And one here against the near wall by Stutz. Blue line, Middlestad. Wrist shot. Blocked in front by Bauer. Bauer in the corner. Moves the puck on left wing. Trying to move the puck to McLennan. McLennan upended here by Gabriel Stutz. Stutz then taken down. Puck sent to center. Middlestad's got to hurry back in his own blue line. Ethan Middlestad. Whoa, lost the puck. He'll race for it now inboard. He'll shovel it back by the goal here for Izzy. That being Ishmael Avagosh. Wearing sweater number 3. And he'll move at the left side of his own goal. He's 17 years of age. Laklabish is where he's from. Here's Stutz on right wing. He'll gain the red line. He'll dump it in. Goes back on the goal. And Kometz is there behind the net. He'll move the puck to Thornton. Back for Kometz. He'll move it down right side center for the winning Parasak. Moves it in. Gets it back here to Zane. Back from Parasak. Knocked away. And here comes Aginla back to center for Cicek on left wing. Entering the zone is Goisek. Deep left corner. He's pinned up the puck. He'll go back towards the blue line with it for Babcock. Way too hot is the pass for him. And it goes all the way down the ice. And here's D'Souza. They'll accept deep in the left corner. Shanks away Parasak. And he'll move on right wing. And now he'll look forward. Here comes the big man to center. He'll gain the red line. And he'll chip it in. 4 minutes gone here in the second. Rockets again up 2-0. Again, the next goal is a big one. Obviously, the Cougars get it. It's 1-goal game. Rockets get it. And I think they'll be off to the races here tonight. But again, right now, it's trepidatious times. Here's Parasak on right wing. He'll take it out to center. And he'll guide it back towards Rocket blue line. On the back track is Aginla. Whacks it off the wall. Clears to center. McNutt there. And he'll gain the raw line. He'll dump it in. And ricochets far side. Height can't keep it in. And Karams here to Rocek. He lost it. Went up a shin pad, and now Height has it in the left corner. Down low into the Rocket zone. Pocket picked by Coper. Coper gets the puck on right wing for Logan Peskett. And he's away, but his pocket picked by Brack. Tracking Zemer. Nice play. Zemer back in for Height. Chance for shot. Funk the drive. And a save by the goaltender. Coming back from injury is as dialed in as he is here tonight. Face-off coming up to his glove hand side. And the Rocket center, Whiteman to take the draw against Zemer. Won by Whiteman. Retrieved against an airboard by Becker. He'll try to work to the front, then take it down here. Johnson's going to get a penalty. It's called tripping. And so the Cougars go back to the man advantage for the second time in tonight's game. Yeah, they're 0 for 1. Again, Prince George coming into the game here tonight. The best power play unit in the league. Most goals scored with the man advantage, and Prince George also has had the, well, bite my tongue, they have not had the most power play chances. In fact, the most power play chances have been awarded to Edmonton so far. But Edmonton and Prince George have both played a league high 10 games. Yeah, Prince George has played a ton. How about Seattle? Seattle's played 3 games to start the year. Isn't that nuts? Puck sent over the glass and out of play. Puck down low left corner into the Rocket zone. D'Souza trying to rim it to clear. Again to the right of Yari kicking it. Off the face-up, Whiteman will win it. Nice job. Goes back on the goal. Hurrying to Babcock. He'll try to look out. He'll send it over the glass and out of play. That hit a stick, and that was, I could see it coming right at me. It actually fell. This would have been below our broadcast location, but boy, hopefully nobody's hurt down below. Because again, that was ripped. In the crowd here. Face up again to the left of Kelona Rocket goaltender Yari kicking it off the draw. It's one here by Zemer. Zemer has it deep right corner. He's a right-hand shot to the blue line now for Thornton. He'll fade off here to Riley Height. Height with it there. He'll backpedal. Height last year tied Connor Bedard for assists in the WHL last season with 72. And it goes back from the goal, and here's Parasak behind the net. Parasak lost it. Height got it. Height in the corner. Goes back from the goal for Parasak. Parasak going to the left face-up circle for Riley. Height to the blue line for Thornton. Thornton, he'll walk the line. He'll take a shot wide. Goes back behind the net. Parasak there. He'll shovel it forward, but won by Graham on left wing. Good play. And he'll send it all the way down the ice. 1:10 remaining here in the power play chance for Prince George. And 6 minutes gone in the second. 2-0. Rockets have the lead on back-to-back power play goals. Puck to center. Here's Height on left wing. Enters the zone. He tries to get it from Rocek. He tries to get away from Rocek. It goes back by the goal. Middlestad had his pocket picked here. And won by Funk. He'll look to the front. Wrist shot deflected in front here. Wide by Zemer. Inboard Middlestad. He's got to be strong on a stack. And he'll finally send it all the way down the ice. One last chance here for Prince George. He goes back on the goal. And there's Demansky out the right side. Through the middle for Riley Heights. Pass on right wing here for Perzak. He may have been called on offside. He got that pass behind him. Remains at center. Rockets actually whack it back towards the Cougar blue. And he'll pick up here on right wing, and there's Kometz with it now. Kometz, he'll try to move back inside. The attacking zone has it deep down low right corner. He'll go cross ice here to the left side wall for DeZane. DeZane with blue line here for Dehaniak. Dehaniak, he'll feed off here to Kometz. Back for Dehaniak. And now off the half wall, wrist shot, that wide from Height. Who's back by the goal, and here's Middlestad. Middlestad will try to shovel it forward, can't clear. Kept in blue line. Dehaniak for Kometz, wrist shot, blocked by Kelona Rocket defenseman Middlestad, and then finally won by Cicek, and he'll send it all the way down the ice, and Johnson comes out of the penalty box. The goaltender plays it near sideboard, and it came back onto center ice. Here's DeZane, so now we're playing 5-on-5. And again, 12:58 remaining in period number 2, and the Rockets a 2-0 lead. Here comes Lang on left wing. Okay, the red line goes up and back on the goal, and here's D'Souza. D'Souza deep in the corner, can't get away from a check. You can kind of feel like the ice has been tilted in the Cougars' favor, though, despite trailing 2-0. Here's Babcock back behind his own goal. Pass against the near board for Goysick. Goysick across ice feed, and one here by D'Souza, and he's going to charge now to center. JD back in. Trailer. Lanes it. Crystal. Right point. And now for Goysick. Goysick with it there. Goes back here to Price of the blue. Right point now for D'Souza. He'll fire. Blocker saved by Young. Near side, Goysick. Goysick to the left dot. He'll just leave it here to the corner for Crystal. Trying to send it in front for Aginla. Knocked away, and Becker takes it out of center, and he'll just lift it back towards Rocket blue line. Caden Price is there. Price trying to get away from Lang. Lang won it. Lang will lose it back behind the Rocket goal. D'Souza out the right side. And D'Souza trying to shovel the puck forward. Gets it to Goysick. He'll stab it now on left wing for Price. And he's away at center. Caden Price, a goal and an assist tonight. He'll carry in. He tried to get into the corner, lost it. Price got it back again. He'll shovel it back by the Cougar goal. And Buchkowski out the left side of his own net for Bauer. And he'll just send it all the way back towards the Rocket blue line. Here's Price with it there. Gets it on left wing, Crystal. And he'll allow the puck to shimmy all the way down the ice. And it's Buchkowski's side of his own net. Pass on right wing. Gets back here to Foster. Touch pass now for Bauer. He's away. And Bauer back in. Bauer has it in the right corner. He'll take back behind the net. Has it now in the left corner in the backhand. Blue line. Here's a shot. That from Height. Blocked in front here by Longley. Puck will trickle to the corner. And won by Prince George. Here's Foster with it now. For Buchkowski, the blue line. He lost it here to Waitman. And Waitman will shovel it to center for Will Monroe. He's hit off the puck. And corralled here by Bauer at his own blue line. Pass on left wing. Gets it out of Riley Height, and he's away. Height back in. Height waiting and holding. Bumped out it by Monroe. Height gets to the puck, though, again. And he'll take behind the net. Sends out in front. It came back towards the blue line. And here's Thornton. Wrist shot through traffic wide. Left corner. Perzak. He'll get it out of Height. Left out for Bauer. Man, it's been all Prince George right now. A lot of play inside the Rocket zone. Goes back from the Kelowna goal. And here's Abagosh on the right side. And he'll move it on right wing. Will Monroe's got to go for a line change. He'll gain the red line, and he'll poke it in. 10:47 remaining in period number 2. And again, the Rockets with a 2-0 lead. But Prince George is now putting the accelerator down. In the left corner, Babcock in his own end. Gets it now to Graham. Graham will get it quickly to Stutz. And here comes Gabriel Stutz the other way. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. He'll send right corner for Max Graham. Graham hit on it by Dehaniak. Goes back on the goal, Perzak. Moves it now for Dehaniak. He'll move on right wing. And gets it back over to center ice. Here's John Babcock now at his own line. D to D'Souza. Middle. Stutz. Stutz tries to get away from one check. Lost it right at the line. Bouncing puck. And he'll move here by Dehaniak in his own end. A pass on left wing. Gets the puck forward. And here come the Cougars the other way. DeZane with it. He's left-hand shot. Good player. He'll feed now to Perzak. Cross his delivery for Becker. Back for Perzak. Deep right corner. Looks in front. Wrister. Left-hand save by Kikkonen. One in the corner by Becker. Becker then engaging here with John Babcock, who wins the puck. He'll move it on left wing for Logan Peskett. And he'll send back out to center ice. Here's Zemer. He'll counter back in. Has it on right wing. Lost the puck here to Logan Peskett. He's away. He'll go solo. He'll skate in on right wing. He'll chip it down low right corner. Inside Cougar territory. Rubbed up it by Kometz. Goes back on the goal to Dehaniak. Near side Zemer. Zemer gets it on right wing. And Funk the other way. Funk will try to move in. Trying to get it to Becker. Knocked away at the blue line. And here comes Goysick with it. He lost it through center. And now here's Funk the other way. He'll bring on right wing. Has it to the right face-up dot. Stumbled and fell as he tried to cut towards the goal. Middlestad gets it. He'll feed out to Cicek. Right side center. Aginla away. Aginla back in. Deep right corner. Aginla will take back behind the net. Aginla has it in the backhand. He'll leave it here for Goysick to the blue line for Middlestad. Middlestad shot wide. Came to the side. And one here by Cicek. Deep right corner. A lot of play with very few whistles here in the second period. Cicek right corner. Fertile waiting. Goycik, he can't catch up to it. And now Kometz has it on right wing off the glass and down. This will go for icing, and the play has been blown dead. 8:48 remaining in period number 2. Morning show being well represented here tonight. It's Prospero Place. Sarah is doing a great job, as she is not the public address announcer, but she's the, in-game host? I think that's what her title officially would be. And so again, Sarah doing a great job here as well, representing 104.7 The Lizard. Here's Whiteman in the right corner. That's down low inside the Prince George zone. Gets it down to Crystal. Back here in front. No shot taken by Whiteman. He's taken down. And came loose here. And one by Demansky. He'll get it now right side center Becker. Becker trying to send down low right corner. Knocked away. And Babcock of the window for the waiting Crystal at the neutral zone. And Crystal now for Whiteman. He can't penetrate. Knocked away. And it's Kometz now for Funk. Now on a 3-on-1 for Prince George. Becker in centering feed. Funk for Becker. One pass too many and no execution there. And Kelowna flares it back out of the neutral zone. Kelowna's got to be careful in their own end right now. Again, Prince George really coming on. What's amazing is the shots on goal here in the game, 16 apiece. It's back on the Rocky goal and up the near side. Andrew Crystal on left wing. He's chopped down. Penalty coming up here. A bit of a lazy penalty here. Becker just slashed Crystal right on the skate. And Crystal went down, and that results in a penalty. And the Rockets go to the power play for the third time in the game. They're 2 for 2 with a man advantage. And let's see if they can actually get another one. Pardon me, this will actually be their 4th opportunity. They're 2 for 3 with the extra man, so a great chance again to make it a 3-0 score. Was 7:52 remaining here in the second period. Again, you're listening to Kelowna Rockets hockey, sponsored by Stone Sisters Real Estate. Visit stonesisters.com on the World Wide Web. And a try to the right of Ty Young. I mentioned earlier that the John Babcock wrist shot that was hit a Prince George Cougar stick and went to the crowd. I think the attendants were here. The ambulance attendants were here to help out a fan in the crowd who got plucked by that puck. Off the draw to the right of the goaltender, Ty Young. Here's Stutes down low right corner inside Cougar territory. He's a left-hand shot. Looks out in front. And go to the blue line for Caden Price, right point. Left point for Crystal. Waits and holds. Chip shot in front for Ginla in his wheelhouse, but he couldn't pull the trigger. And one on right wing by Riley Hyde. He'll go short-handed and he'll skate in. Hyde with it. He's got a man with him. Hyde does a great job to just simply take it to center. Flips it to himself, but now he'll skate in. Right dot, takes back on the goal. Wraparound chance, negated by Stutes, and one here by Ginla inboard. Ginla will lift it back by the goal for Caden Price. He'll move up the right side. And here comes Price with the middle. Sends it back to Gabriel Stutes, and now with speed to the neutral zone. Left wing Andrew Crystal. He'll skate in to the corner for Gabriel Stutes. Stutes with it there. Back to Crystal, close range to the blue line here for Caden Price. Waits and holds. He'll send back here to Crystal. Crystal now right dot here. Gabriel Stutes. Stutes with it. Stutes has it. Deep right corner. Inboard for Graham. Back for Stutesy. Back for Graham. Graham, he's tied up in the play by Haniak. Engaging on it is a Ginla. Now Ginla takes back by the goal. He'll leave it now for Andrew Crystal. Crystal back behind the net. Now he has it now against the inboard. And now he'll go behind the goal with it. He'll look out in front. Gabriel Stutes will accept it to the right faceoff circle. Blue line for Price. He'll try to jam it down low for Crystal. Oh, knocked away. And now 2-on-1 here. Here comes Zane. Short-handed inside the line. Left arm. Shot to score. And for the Cougars, that'll be short-handed goal number 7 on the season. And they lead the WHL in that category. And for the Rockets, that'll be the 5th time this season they've given up a shorty. And so it's a 1-goal hockey game. 33 seconds remain in that power play chance for Kelowna. But Zane, a nice shot blocker side. Great finish. It was a 2-on-1. And Zane did the right thing. Pull the trigger. He had Parasak to his right side rather than pass, which could have been thwarted away. Zane shoots and scores.
Time of the goal, 13:36. Prince George is Dzand on shorthanded at 13:36.
And so brand new hockey game here. Rockets have a 2-1 lead, and again with a man advantage, and they come at center. Lane feed, and here's Middlestad. A pass on right wing, Cicek. He'll try to move in as a down low right corner. Inside Cougar territory. Blue line from Middlestad. Middlestad a shot. Deflected. This guy! It's Dylan Whiteman! What a pass! What a play! Whiteman had the paddle of a stick down. He had the blade there. He That's exactly what the defenseman Ethan Middlestad did. That's beautifully executed with Whiteman at the right side of the net. And so for the third time tonight, the Rockets get a power play goal. And for Whitey, back-to-back games with back-to-back goals. And the Rockets restore that 2-goal advantage. Just what the doctor ordered with 5:59 left to go in the second period. The Rockets have a 2-goal lead. Yeah, they're up by a deuce. Let's wait for the announcement on the Rocket goal.
Play his third of the season, scored by number 24, Dylan Whiteman. Assisted by number 23, Ethan Middlestad. And by number 19, Michael Cicek. Time of the power play goal, 14:01. Rockets' third goal scored by Whiteman from Middlestad and Cicek at 14:01.
And so right now, with that assist by Michael Cicek, he has points in 6 of his last 7 games. Points in 6 of the 7 games he's played this season. That's a big strike for Kelowna. Here's Thornton, shot left point. Blocked in front, came to the side. And kicking in, trying to reel it in, but knocked away. Peskin trying to rim it, can't clear. Kevin blue line commits. He'll fire. Right pad save. Another chance, another shot. And a save. This one in tight. Off of Becker to the blue line. Thornton for commits. He'll shoot. And a glove in set, kicking in. Lost his stick, but he had his glove there to make that stop of that rising drive from the European defenseman. We've got a timeout on the ice. We'll take one here. 5:01 scored 25 seconds after Prince George made it a 1-goal game. So that goal by Dylan Whiteman, that is just a real nice answer. After again giving up a short-handed goal, Carlin Dezane would score his 5th of the campaign to get a shorting to make it a 2-1 game, and then Kelowna made it 3-1 again 25 seconds after the Cougars responded. Offside call here in Kelowna as they try to penetrate the Cougar line. 4:46 remaining here in the second period, and Kelowna again is a 3-1 lead. You know, it's amazing when you look at these two franchises, the fact that they have met only twice, actually only once since I've been the broadcaster here of the Rockets. And this is year number 24. The only time the Rockets and Cougars have met in postseason play since I've been here was back in 2011. That's the only time. It was in an opening round playoff series. And the Rockets won in 4 consecutive games, winning 4-1, 7-4, 7-6, and 4-2. Prior to me coming here to Kelowna, it was actually back in the 99-2000 campaign. The Cougars and Rockets met again in round number 1. The Cougars have beat Kelowna in 5 games. But yeah, again, you take a look at the fact they're BC divisional rivals, yet they've only played each other once in the last 23 years in postseason play. Amazing. There's Cowper back in his own zone. And now through the middle, 8 feet for Gillen. Knocked away by Kometz at his own blue line, and he'll shuttle it back towards the Rocket blue. And there's Cowper. Now for Babcock. He'll send to center. And now one here for the Rockets. Cicek back for Babcock. Pass on left wing. And here's Aginla. He'll move in. Has it left point. Cross his feet. Gives it now to Crystal. In front for Cicek. Poked aside by Dezane. Nice play defensively. And a move the other way. He'll go solo. Now potential on 3-on-2. Here come others the other way. Dezane back in on right wing. Wrist shot. Blocked in front by Evagosh. Evagosh up the window. Lead feet left side center. Here's Andrew Crystal with a steal. Skids in backhand. That's good! Andrew Crystal hanging out essentially at the Prince George Cougar blue line. A pass on left wing by Ismail Evagosh, sending Crystal on the clear. He faked to the forehand. He went to the backhand. And yeah, able to slice it in. And the Rockets a late second period strike and a 4-1 lead for Crystal, his 5th goal of the campaign. And for Ismail Evagosh, his first point of the year. What a finish. What a pass. And this time a little cheat behind the defense paid off for the Rockets extremely well.
Scored by number 28, Andrew Crystal. Assisted by number 3, Ismail Evagosh. Time of the goal, 16:22.
Izzy makes me dizzy. Here come the Rockets back in. Gabriel shoots on right wing. Blown dead on the offside. Andrew Crystal trapped. 5.67 goals per game. Oh, yes. Higher mathematics on the broadcast tonight. Here's the puck in center. Peskin. He'll gain the red line on left wing. He'll send back on the goal. Here's Thornton with it there. I have to use a calculator. Gordon McGarva Typically, he just uses his brain. Puck to center ice. There's Pescott on right wing. Gains a line, dumps it in. Mathematics. Who needs it? Goes back behind the goal. Here's Thornton. A pass on left wing height. Knocked away by a forward-checking Pescott. Poked off his blade. And here come the Cougars back to center. Here's Zemer back in on right wing. Now to the middle. Piece the left out for Riley Height. So backhand towards the goal. Went wide. Remains back by the net. And here's Dylan Whiteman. He'll move up the left side. And he'll just simply gulp it back to center. To Hania, across his feet, Thornton. Thornton gains the red line, dumps it in. It goes down low right corner, and got it up here by the Rockets. Babcock, he'll whack at it. Gets it out of Whiteman. He's played well tonight. Whiteman joined us in the pregame show as we talked about being one of the 3 20-year-olds in the Rockets roster. Of course, the other two are Gabriel Stutz and defenseman Jackson D'Souza. It's back behind the Rocket goal, now deep right corner. And getting to it here, that's DeZane. Blue line McNutt, left point, long range wrist shot wide from Puchkowski. And here's Lang in board. He's hit up by Babcock, and a penalty coming up here to Kelowna. Here's Zemer in the corner, centering feed for McNutt. He can't catch up to it. And McNutt got it back in his blade, but then sent it away here by Aginla. As Aginla finally touches the advantage, Kelowna 3 for 4 with the extra man tonight. They played well in terms of having that 5-on-4 power play. But again, you know, there's been a lot of play inside the Rocket zone tonight. Let's give Jari Kikkonen credit where credit is due. Shots are now 20-18 in favor of Prince George. And a Rocket penalty-killing unit here that's comprised of Rocek with Johnson, Graham, and also it looks like it could be Ethan Mittelstadt against the far side board. Or is it Gabriel Stutz off the draw? No, it is Mittelstadt. It's one here by Prince George. Here's Zemer at the right point. Mittelstadt wears sweater number 23. Stutz wears sweater number 22. Here's a chance down low right corner. Riley Height. Height with it there. Height goes back to his blue line for Zemer. Back to Riley Height. Height looks in. Right hand takes a shot. Save. Rebound. Chipped in front. And knocked away. Good job by the Rockets. Can they clear to center? No, they can't. And it's kept in left point. And a little pitch and catch here. Here's Zemer. He'll got it down low left corner for Parasak. Parasak waiting and holding. He'll give it out to Thornton at the blue line. And Thornton will crisscross here with Zemer. Thornton for Zemer one time, and he'll flare it wide. It goes to the corner. Mittelstadt there, and he'll chop it all the way down the ice. Good kill here. 1:10 left to go in the second. And again, 4-1. The Rockets have the lead. And here they come now. Here's the lead feed Zemer. Zemer guns it back here to Thornton. He'll accept it inside his own blue line. Now he'll move on left wing. And Thornton moves in. He'll get it quickly here to Funk. Cross his feet for Riley Height. Height at the top half of the right face-off circle. Now he'll move it against the near side board. The blue line for Zemer. Zemer, he'll get it now to Thornton. He'll work his way in. Down low corner, Parasak. Parasak goes back to Thornton. One-timer! And a save by Kikkonen there. Remains in the corner, Parasak. He'll retrieve. Blue line for Thornton. Thornton waiting, holding. He'll get it now quickly here to Zemer. Down low, Parasak side of the goal. In front, Thornton, a one-timer. Blocked. Another chance, another shot. That from Thornton wide. It goes to the corner, and here's Gabriel Stutz. Has it on the backhand. He'll try to work it off the wall. Can't clear. Camped in blue line. Thornton gets it out of Riley Height. Right face-off circle. Blue line. Zemer. One-timer wide. Corner. Parasak. Centering feed. Backdoor play. Height. Knocked away. Rockets clear. And Cicek gets it all the way down. 10 seconds remaining. That may eat up the period. As it's collected here by Thornton in his own zone. Long bomb pass to center. And moving in with speed is Lang. Lang to the corner. Centering feed. Knocked away. And time will expire in the period. And so the Kelowna Rockets will carry a 4-1 lead into the third. Kelowna getting goals from Dylan Whiteman at 14:01 and Andrew Crystal at 16:22. That's why they built up a 3-goal lead after 40 minutes of play. Shots in the second, Rockets with 11. And right now, let's take a look here. Shots on goal actually in the second were 12-7 in favor of the Cougars. Rockets had 12 shots in the first. Prince George had 11 in the opening period. So overall, 23-19 shots on goal in favor of Prince George. Welcome back inside Prospero Place. Well, the Prince George Cougars have scored early here, just 12 seconds into the final session, and that makes it a 4-2 score. It's Zach Funk that finds Pater as the Rockets again up by 2. But boy, to surrender that goal this early here in the third period, not good. Here's Kometz. He'll try to move in. Middle part of the ice surface. First shot over the top wide. Goes behind the net. Babcock on left wing. Gets it out to Aginla. He can clear. One here by Parasak. He tried to send it to the front for Funk. Knocked away. Race forward and board. And Funk tried to dump it out in front. But engaging on it is Cicek. He'll move it on left wing for Aginla. And Aginla's got to try to scoot to center. Gains a red line. and does send it in. Okay, how do the Rockets play in the final 19:09 of this hockey game tonight? Again, surrendering that goal as quickly as they did. Prince George, I thought, really had some good looks in the second period. Jari Kikkonen, really the reason why the Rockets are in the position they're in right now. Here's Thornton on left wing, enters the zone, wrist shot. It went off a stick wide, and now collected the blue line by Demansky. He'll send right corner for Ziemer. He's in a puck battle here with Ethan Mittelstadt, and now Becker will engage on it deep in the corner. He lost it. And comes loose. Rockets can clear. Again, there was a lot of play inside the Kelowna zone in the second and a lot of play so far in the early stages here of the third. It goes down low right corner. And here's Rocek with it. Rocek tries to get away from Ziemer. Can clear. And Becker has it now in front. There's a wrist shot. That from Strome, and he worked it wide. Strome got it back in front. Ziemer, he'll score! At the right face-off circle. And so back-to-back goals, and the Cougars are back in the game. It's now only a one-goal differential. The Rockets with a 4-3 lead. And for Ziemer, that'll be his third of the campaign. And the Prince George Cougars have renewed life courtesy of some of their older players. Zach Funk with his 9th. And then Ziemer gets one of his own. And so the Kelowna Rockets clearly back on their heels here. We've not even played 90 seconds of the final session. And Kelowna Rocket head coach Chris Millett is going to call a timeout. Stem the tide against one of the marquee teams here in the WHL. Here's the announcement on the Cougars' third goal.
Assisted to number 8, Oren Strome, and by number 21, Andre Becker. Time of the goal, 1:38. Prince George goal scored by Ziemer from Strome and Becker at 1:38.
Well, let's just say the Rockets' cage has been rattled a little bit right now as the puck back at the Kelowna line to Souza, Dina Babcock. And now through the middle for Graham. He can't catch up to it. Goes all the way down. It'll go for icing, and the play has been blown dead. The CHL Top 10 Junior rankings were released this week, and Portland is rated number 1. Moose Jaw rated number 5. Saskatoon rated 6th. And the Prince George Cougars are rated 7th. Yeah, the Cougars, the 7th best team in the nation according to the CHL Top 10 Junior rankings this week. Interesting to note that while Portland is number 1, the Cougars will face the Winterhawks on December the 3rd in Portland for the first time this year. Puck down low right corner. Inside Rocket territory. Here's Ziemer, sharp angle shot. That hit a leg. Corralled here by Crystal and backhanded to center ice. And here's Thornton with it down his own blue line. Thornton on left wing. Rubbed up it by Graham and Crystal. And now comes loose and sent back towards the Cougar blue line. And Kometz has it now on his stick. And he'll feed down to Thornton on left wing. Back for Kometz. Lost the puck at center here to Goysick. And now one on left wing, Becker. Becker tries to move in. He can't get away from a check. In there to help out is Strome. He'll get it to the corner now for Becker. And he'll poke it back for the Rocket goal. Babcock out the left side. And now looks to center. Lead feed for Cicek. One of a skate blade. And goes down the ice inside Cougar territory. Here's Cicek in the corner. He'll try to send it towards the goal. Shot over the top wide. Missed the net. And now picked up by Thornton. He'll move it up the wall. Can't clear. Goysick. He'll guide it to the right corner. And here's Thornton again for Becker. Becker in the backhand. Vacates, gets it to center ice for an awaiting Ziemer. And Ziemer on right wing will try to power his way in. He's really strong on his skates. Has it in the right corner. Ziemer dumps it for Zane and board. Trying to backhand it out in front. They gained it by Cicek. Now it came out in front. And it bounces. Reynolds kicking it. He's going to hang on. They knew that any time they took on the opposition, they'd bring their top game to the table. Here's Waitman on right wing. He'll gain the red line. He'll backhand it in. Waitman a power play goal in the second period. Again, Waitman's goal was only 25 seconds after Prince George scored a shorty to make it 2-1. Here's Becker right side center. Actually make that Lang. He'll gain the red line. He'll tip it back from the goal. And here's Rocek behind his own net. Moves off the wall. Dezane there. Dezane can't get away from Trey Johnson. Johnson for Rocek. Oh, he just flipped it to center ice as Lang was picked it off. And now here comes Waitman on left wing. Enters the zone going solo. Wrist shot. Left dot goes off a stick over the glass right here at Prospero Place. And a hard time winning at CN Center. Prince George has had the Rockets number over the last couple of years due to the fact that Prince George has obviously done an exceptional job at the draft table with first-round WHL prospect picks. Height, Ziemer, again, just two good examples. And they've done a great job in trades. Give general manager, head coach Mark Lamb some credit. The Zach Funk deal, yeah, they had to give up a lot to get him. But in saying that, now he's a 2-year player in Prince George. And arguably one of the best 20-year-olds in the league. Here comes Crystal on left wing on a turnover. He stole the puck. Has it down low left corner. He'll try to work his way back from the goal, but Hanek does a great job to take Crystal off the puck. And now Crystal's going to get a penalty. He's going to get it for hooking. Rockets giving up their 5th shorthanded goal of the campaign. That ties Victoria right now for the League lead in that category. And a draw to the left of Kikkonen, who's got to stand tall here in the final 15-40. Off the face-off, one again here by Prince George. Again, a penalty kill brought to you by the DKA, the Downtown Kelowna Association. Here's Zemer down low, centering feed for Falk, knocked away. Left on Parasak, blue line for Thornton. Thornton looks in, his left-hand shot. He'll get it now to Riley Height. Height goes back here to Thornton. Thornton looking for a shooting lane. Back to Riley Height up top. Down low corner. Here's Zemer. Zemer lost it and took a funny bounce in the corner. Rockets down to 2-on-1 shorthanded. Here's Whiteman. And he's got Johnson with him. Whiteman! A score! Dylan Whiteman! A massive goal! It's a shorthanded tally. And for the first time this season, the Cougars have given up a shorthanded goal. And the Rockets have taken a 5-3 lead. Whiteman, his second goal of the game. And for the Kelowna Rockets, that is their second shorthanded goal they've scored this season. But Dylan Whiteman pulled the trigger on the 2-on-1. Really early reminiscent of the Cougars goal coming off the blade of Dezane. Dezane on a 2-on-1. He shot Whiteman a 2-on-1. He also delivered. And the Rockets up by a deuce again.
Scored shorthanded by number 24, Dylan Whiteman. The goal was unassisted. Goal at 4:49. Whiteman shorthanded at 4:49.
And so now the Cougars on a power play for a minute 10. Again, the PK brought to you by the DKA. And here's Dehaniak at the blue line. Gets it out of Becker. Back for Dehaniak. Dehaniak waiting. Trying to work away here from Max Graham. Back here for Becker. Becker for Dehaniak. Back for Becker. Becker's left-hand shot. Half-board left side. Back for Dehaniak at the blue line. Looks in. Wrister through traffic. Kick it and save. Rebound there. Puck at the side. Chip shot. And a save. Kick it in. Will reel it in. Rockets get some central divisional teams coming their way. Off the draw, left of Kikkonen, and picked up here by Dehaniak. Dehaniak, a little pitch and catch here with Komets. Now for Becker. Left face of dot. Wrist shot. Well, but D'Souza's blade. With the return of Gabriel Stutz. And so the Rockets had to make a decision. They did. Turner McMillan released. McMillan had 4 points in 6 games. He played 156 games in a Rocket uniform. Had a career high 11 goals and 34 points as an 18-year-old. He was a 9th-round Bantam pick of the Rockets from 2018. Turner, good news is he will play again. We got a penalty here as Dehaniak hit a Ginla right at the Kelowna Rocket blue line. They're going to call it interference. And back in 104.7, the Lizard control. The Rockets again going to power play in 9. So right now it's 4-4. Face up right of Young. 1 here by Kelowna. Picked up here by Whiteman. Cross his feet. Gets it down to Stutz. Down low right corner Graham. And Graham takes back behind the net. Now the Rockets go to the man advantage here. Again, 5th chance of the game. Crystal out of the penalty box. 5-on-4. Again, low left corner. Here's a shot. Young the save. He'll hang on. A lead coming into the 3rd period. Yeah, they were up 4-1. Cougars scoring back-to-back goals. One coming at 6 seconds, the other one coming at 1:38 of period number 3. Here's Price now for Gabriel Stutz at the right face-up. Dot back for Price. He'll take a drive blocked. And then one by Zemer. Lead feed Height, and he'll peel back in his own zone. Rockets power play. Graham, Crystal, Ginla, Stutz, and Price. And Price at the right side of his own net. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. And he'll move forward. Neutral zone play. He'll pass on right wing. Again, Lanner's in. He'll go back here to Caden Price at the right point. Caden Price waiting and holding. He'll get it now to Gabriel Stutz. And Stutz again with a goal and an assist in this one this evening. Back to Price. Now for Crystal left face up. Dot back to Price now for Gabriel Stutz. And a one-timer can't get a shot away as the pass was in his skates. Retrieved again by Crystal. Left board. Hit off it by Becker. Retrieved by a diving Ginla. Nice play. Corner for Graham. Graham keeps that puck alive as now he leaves it for Crystal. And Crystal in the corner. Goes to the blue line for Caden Price. Right dot. Gabriel Stutz a shot. Save! And Graham at the side. Can't pull the trigger. One at the blue line by Caden Price. And Price will skate with it down low of the corner. Chops it towards the net. Blocked by Komets, who gets it to Becker. And Becker works it all the way down the ice. Again, Dylan Whiteman, 2 goals in the game here tonight. Singles from Crystal. Price. And Gabriel Stutz. Here's a turnover. And here's Parasak in. Short-handed. Now for Height. Sharp angle shot. And a stick save made by the goaltender Kikkonen. 20 seconds left in a Rocket man advantage. 8 minutes gone here in the 3rd. Rockets lead 5-3. Here's D'Souza at his own line. A pass on left wing. Entering the zone. Middlestad. Centering feed. Whiteman knocked away. And up Parasak. Left side center. Again shorthanded. He'll skate in. Parasak gets it a height. Height in front for Parasak. Had a great job by Middlestad to knock the puck away. Remains in the corner. Parasak fell down. And now won by Kelowna. And here's Goysick behind his own goal. He'll get it to D'Souza at the right side. He'll gun it out to Middlestad. He can't vacate. He comes to the side of the net. And gathered up here by D'Souza. D'Souza trying to get away from Zemer. Puck won in the corner here by Becker. And now we're playing 5-on-5. Becker trying to power his way to the front. Lost it. Goysick got it on right wing. And he'll move the puck here to Cicek. And he's away at center. Michael Cicek, the 19-year-old, wearing sweater number 19, has it down low left corner, pinned off the pocket, Karam's back by the goal, and gathered up here by Dylan Whiteman, deep right corner. Whiteman with it there, peels away from a check. Whiteman has never had a hat trick in the WHL. Wrist shot, sharp angle, glove hand grab made by Young. Hosting Kamloops next Saturday, and then Medicine Hat next Sunday. And then they head out on an Eastern Divisional road trip. Moose Jaw, Regina, Brandon, Saskatoon, and Prince Albert. That's part of their road trip that they will experience in late October. The Rockets will not head out on their eastern swing until December, which they typically do. Thornton blue line, long range shot wide to left corner. Here's Kometz. He'll get it inboard for Lang. He lost the handle on the puck. Moved by Abagosh, then lost it. Foster in the corner. Foster in the backhand. Trying to get away from Abagosh. In there to help out to close is Aginla. Foster moves the pocket close range. Gets it here to the blue line. Kometz, long range shot. Deflected in front. Came to the side. Chip shot. That wide from Foster, the side of the net. A real good look there. Rockets having a hard time here in their own zone. Monroe out here now. The fourth line for Kelowna. Finally comes loose for Longley and he'll send back out to center ice. Kelowna needs a change. Dezane at his own line for Thornton. Thornton left side center. Gains the line. Gains the red line. He'll poke it in. It goes to the corner, and here's D'Souza behind the goal for Abagosh. Back for D'Souza. And again, the Cougars will make another quick change, allowing the Rockets to take it to center. Johnson, right corner, Whiteman. Back inside Cougar territory. Dehaniak takes body here on Whiteman. It came loose for Dehaniak. Good job to move it forward. And takes it out of center. Dehaniak, also a first-round prospect pick. He'll move in on left wing. Has it in the corner. Rubbed up it by Roadcheck. Oh, then a hard hit here in the corner. And a penalty coming up here to Prince George. And Jet Lajoie. The key word here is may. Draw to the right of Young. Graham, Aginla, Crystal, Stutz, and Price. Off the draw one by Kelowna. Good job by Graham to win that drop. And he goes to Crystal back behind the net. Has it down the right corner. Centering feed. Press shot, Stutz wide. Stutz takes back from the goal. Has it down the left corner. Gabriel Stutz will establish. Has it half-board left side. He'll try to go back to Crystal at the right point. Aaron pass. And it comes all the way back towards the Rocket blue line. Here's Caden Price. The key here for Kelowna, don't give up a shorthanded goal. For heaven's sake, don't give up a shorthanded goal. Here's Crystal with the puck. He'll feed it to Gabriel Stutz through the middle. He'll skate back in. He'll get it now to Andrew Crystal, deep corner. Sharp angle shot, blocked. Dehaniak gets it free. He'll move it at a height on right wing. It'll backhand it to center ice. No, he can't. Stutz gets it in right point. He'll rifle it to the corner and then intercepted and moved all the way down the ice by Demansky. It'll be Price that'll take it back behind his own goal. Again, 7:37 remaining in the third. 5-3, Rockets have the lead. And there's Gabriel Stutz. He'll skate across the Rocket logo at center. He'll bring on right wing. Right face-off dot. Has it down low in the right corner. To the blue line here for Caden Price. He'll walk the line. Feeds up here to Crystal. Left face-off dot. Wrist shot. Flirted wide off the window. And a Karam's all the way down the ice. Hiroki Goysick getting some power play time here late in the second half of this man advantage as the puck goes back behind the Rocket goal. And here is Jackson D'Souza. Rockets again up by 2. They're in a good position right now. Puck to Sinriser's Middlestad. Gets it down to Whiteman. Hale trying to send down low to the corner. Knocked away. And now won by Zane. Pocket picked though by Goysick, who gets it out of Cicek. Cicek trying to send it across ice, but poked away. And the Cougars clear back to center. And here's D'Souza at his own line. Waiting and holding. And now he'll move the other way. He'll bring it up right wing. Here comes D'Souza, 20 years of age. He made his WHL debut against the Medicine Hat Tigers at the tender age of 15. Moves the puck right side board. And gathered up here by Cicek for D'Souza. Cicek, Whiteman corner. Blue line D'Souza. Left point, Middlestad, wrist shot wide. Power plays come to an end. Now we play 5-on-5. Lajoie the penalty box and a lead feed for him. He'll bring it on left wing. Hit by D'Souza. Penalty coming up. Here's numbers the other way. Cougars. Becker shot. And a save kicking in. It was a 3-on-1 the other way as the Rockets took a penalty. Kicking and came up large. An ill-advised penalty by Kelona Rocket defenseman Jackson D'Souza results in the Cougars going to the power play for the 5th time in the game. 1 for 4 with a man advantage. And here they come now through center. Left wing, it's Parasak. Down low corner, Zemer. Zemer looks behind the net. He'll move it back towards the blue line for Thornton. PK brought to you by the DKA, the Downtown Kelowna Association. And here's Zemer near side wall. Blue line, Thornton, wrist shot blocked in front by Middlestad. And won by Kelowna and sent by TJ's Trey Johnson. He'll get it all the way down the ice again. Don't forget about the Downtown Kelowna Association. Check them out at Kelowna, Downtown KelownaAssociation.com. Here's Zemer, left face-up dot. In for a shot! Broken play. Parasak the drive and kicks. Able to get that right pad out to make an enormous save on kind of a broken play. Parasak likes to shoot. And again, he's got 12 goals on the year. And kicking in, coming up large. 1 minute remaining here in the penalty to Jackson D'Souza. 15 remaining in the third as the Rockets try to upset the apple cart here this evening. Prince George has lost only twice this year. 7-2 on the campaign. Most points in the entire WHL. Here's DeHaniak at the blue line. Shaking and baking. He'll get it now to Becker. Becker down low. Becker in the left corner. Goes back towards the blue line for DeHaniak. DeHaniak to the top half of the right dot here for Kometz. Kometz goes to Becker. In front, wrist shot from Desane over the top wide. Didn't get velocity on it. Lang in the corner. Outmuscled by Gabriel Stutz. And a good job by Johnny B in the corner. Wins that puck and he'll wrest it all the way down the ice. It goes right corner, inside Cougar territory. Back by the goal to Haniak. Haniak out the right side. Shots on goal 35 for Prince George. 24 for Kelowna in the game. And Becker back in. High slot area for Desane. Shot. Left face up dot. He drilled it wide and went up inboard and comes all the way back towards the Prince George Cougar blue line. And here is DeHaniak now right in front of his own goal. Pass on left wing for Desane. Desane, a shorty in the game here tonight. Has it at his own blue line. Gets it on right wing. That for Kometz. Knocked away here by Ginla. And now here come the Cougars the other way. Desane on left wing. Enters the zone. Waits and holds. Power plays over. Down low in the corner for Becker. Knocked away by Middlestad. Moves it up the wall in the backhand. Can't clear. Hannah kept it in and poked aside by Ginla. And he'll get it out of center. And here comes Andrew Crystal. Fresh legs. Skates in left on. Wrist shot. And Young the save. He's hanging on. Up here by Funk. And he'll glide the puck to center. Abagosh there. He'll drill it back towards the Cougar blue. And Funk retreats. He'll get it now to Demansky. Back for Funk here and pass there. And it came back out to center. Here's D'Souza at his own line. Puck management is pivotal right now. Here come the Rockets right side center. Andrew Crystal back in. Now to the middle. Waits and holds at the right dot. Now for D'Souza. He'll wait. He'll hold. Won't shoot. Has it to the left dot. Backhand. Blocked. Puck high in the air. Demansky. He'll try to push it forward. Here with Parasak. And he'll take it out of center. Lane feed height. Broken away. And now Height gets it back on right wing. He'll scurry back into the Rocket zone. Centering feed for Funk. Here's the shot. And kick it in a save. He goes back towards the blue line. Can Height keep it in? He will. Right point. Height. Cross his feed. Knocked away by a nice active stick of Goysick. Goysick takes it to center. Has it on right wing. Lost the puck though to Funk. And he'll try to move the other way. Here comes Zach Funk back in. Centering feed. Knocked away by Abagosh. And he'll propel it back out of the center ice area. 3 minutes left to go in the hockey game. Kelowna leads 5-3. And here's Zemer left corner. Inside the Rocket zone. Wrist shot wide. Kept in right point by Kometz. Kometz to the corner. And now for Zemer. Zemer back by the goal. Gets it here quickly. Close range. Abagosh will engage on it. He'll try to move it. Can't clear. Kuchkowski kept it in. Now for Zemer. Cross ice feed. And there's Kometz deep in the right corner. Kometz behind the goal for Becker. Becker left corner. Becker looks in. Has it now half board left side. Good player. Blue line for Kuchkowski. Wrist shot through traffic wide. Came to the side. And a save made here by kicking and he'll hang on right pad. As Mark Lamb, the general manager, head coach of the Cougars, will pull the goalie for the extra attacker. Pull the goaltender for the extra attacker. 2:29 remaining in the third. Rockets up 5-3. And nobody leaving for the exits. Not a chance. Off the draw one here by Height. Away from Whiteman. To the blue line for Thornton. Thornton looks in. He'll go back down low to the corner. And here's a chance for Parasak. He'll gun it here to Zemer. Zemer back up top. Blue line for Thornton. Thornton waiting and holding. He'll field and puck here to Becker. Becker now right corner. Gets that puck here to Riley Height. Left face up dot Zemer. One-timer whiffed it wide. Remains in the corner. Rockets have Gabriel Stutz out here with Johnny Babcock, Dylan Whiteman, Max Graham, and Jackson D'Souza. That's a lot of girth out there for Kelowna. Puck tied up in the right corner of having as many big bodies out there as possible. It has to be by design. Essentially, all the guys out there outside of Gabriel Stutz are the biggest players in the Rocket roster right now. And now here's Height back by the goal. Tries to send out in front. He can't get it there. He's being swarmed upon by Whiteman. Height in the right corner. Height goes back into Parasak. Again, the Cougars looking to make it a one-goal game here with under 2 left to go. And a penalty coming up. Is this one going to Kelowna? It is. It's going to be a hook. And so the Rockets will be penalized. John Babcock will sit for 2. And the Cougars go to the man advantage here and have already pulled the goaltender for the extra attacker. So it's applied by John Babcock. So, and an ill-advised stick there. And now the Prince George Cougars go to the man advantage. Big kill for Kelowna. Trying to stem the tide here tonight. Off the draw, one by the Rockets. Picked up by D'Souza, minus on goal. And he'll send it all the way down the ice. Good news is for the Rockets, they can obviously ice it to kill off time on the clock. Here's Thornton at his own line. Left side center, Riley Height. He'll skate in. Waits and holds top half of the left dot. Gets it out of Thornton. Thornton goes cross ice here for Riley Height. Height with it. Back to Thornton. Thornton waiting. Left dot for Funk. He'll take a shot. Blocked by D'Souza. Nice job there right off the shin pad. Goes back behind the net. And there's Becker behind the goal. Gets it out of Zemer. Far side for Riley Height. 1:05 left to go in the game. Rockets lead 5-3. Right dot Zemer. Can't get a shot away. Washed by Middlestad. Whiteman defending as well. Here's Height for Zemer. Right face up dot. Wrist shot. And a weak one. And it goes right over his kicking and he'll hang on. I'm not sure if Zemer got all the velocity he wanted on that attempt. Just not allowing the Cougars here really any good quality chances in tight. A lot of perimeter play by Prince George. Off the draw. Puck down low right corner. Now came out in front. They score. Funk is able to rip it home. Blocker's side. Oh, don't go away from your radio. That is a power play goal. That makes it a 5-4 game for Funk, his second of the third period. Yeah, he's got 2 in the game. He scored early in the final session, lighting the lamp like 6 seconds into the third, and now with only 52 seconds remaining, he gets his second of the game. And so now it's a 1-goal contest with 52.9 seconds remaining. So that not only came on a power play, but it came with Ty Young at the bench for the extra attacker. So how do the Rockets respond here in the final 52? Pocket center. Offensive face-off, won by Kelowna. Puck back into the Rockets zone. Babcock off the window. Cougars, they will actually pull the goalie for their extra attackers. The puck goes down low right corner. Inside Rocket territory. Now sifted here by Parasak. Near sideboard for Zemer. Blue line for Thornton. Thornton at the left point. Thornton, he'll get it out of Zemer. Zemer the left face-off dot. Wrist shot. Kicking and save. Rebound there. And Johnson can't clear. Was on his stick. The puck was, and he tried to whiff it forward, but he just couldn't get it going. Remains in the right corner. And here's Riley Height. Height looks in front. He'll go back towards the blue line for Becker. Becker to Riley Height. One-timer. And blocked here by Babcock. Retrieved by Johnson. He can't clear. And remains in the right corner. And Becker's there. Becker sidesteps and check out Babcock. Blue line for Riley Height. Left point Thornton. Wrist shot through traffic. Block. Came to the side and knocked away. 7 seconds remaining. Race for left corner. Cicek is there. He can't clear. 2 seconds remaining. Blue line Thornton shot. It goes over the glass and out of play. And the Kelowna Rockets will win tonight by a score of 5-4. Dylan Whiteman elevating his play in the third period. He scored a massive lead goal. And the Kelowna Rockets beat the Prince George Cougars for the first time this year, win for the third time this season, and the Cougars their third regulation loss of the campaign. Jari Kekkonen, full marks for the effort here tonight. He makes a total of 35 saves in the Kelowna Rocket net. Kelowna coming through big time against the best team in the BC division, arguably the best in the WHL, at least from a statistical standpoint. Style points here tonight while the Rockets held on for victory. Again, they gave up that power play goal with the Cougars pulling the goaltender for the extra attacker. But despite that, they bent, but they didn't break. Again, the Rockets win tonight. 5-4 is your final.